Hello guys, hello and welcome back. 1 week passed, it's Monday again, which means only one thing, that we're back with some new Gemar Creator tutorials. And I decided to, get a little mood for Christmas because, it's we passed Halloween, we are starting to prepare for some Christmas holidays. So that's why I wanted to do a Christmas photo frame, because for example at Hungary it's pretty popular to have like something at the corporate event, Christmas parties, end of the year event for big companies, to have a little nice photo frame for Christmas. So this is why I wanted to show you how to create a little funky and little snowflake kind of thing. So let's just start and jump into it. I know we are a little bit delayed because usually we do it this live from 6 p.m, but I had a little problem with internet connection, so I needed to solve this, so that's why we are like 15 minutes late maybe, but that's not a problem. So let's just create a new project at the left side of the screen. I want to keep it as simple as it can, so let's just create a column wall, the third thing from the top row. Let's just click on the column wall. Okay, so let's stick with the height with 250. This is gonna be really big, and let's just start with, for example, 7 columns. So it's gonna be really wide. Okay, customize balloons. I'm going to use G120 or G110. It's totally up to you, up to your budget. I'm going to use not white, but I want to create some backdrop for our photo frame as a some Christmas themed background from blue, white, some snow. So that's why I'm going to stick with the not the standard, not the metallic, but the macaron baby blue. Okay, first we go with the baby blue, then we're gonna customize it. Okay, that's just 200 meters, 7. Let's go with macaron baby blue. Get dimensions. Okay, create project. Pam pararam. We do have like every balloons we need. It's a little bit as you can see here, we do have a lot of balloons which means that this is the front and the back side of your wall, and here are the step by step of these columns, how you can create this. And if we want to create, for example, let's just select the first 1 2 3 4, that's 5, and switch it some darker tone. Okay, for example, let's go with the blue. As you can see, it's changed to blue from the top. So right now you can see how any of this works. So let's just do exactly the same here. So let's just go to standard and go to blue, just like this. I think I missed something here. Let's switch this back to macaron. Okay, so because I really want to create some little cool, like fading from dark blue to white to create some snow effect, so that's why I decided to go with this. Let's just go to blue. As you can see, we already started to define the darkest blue and define the lightest. So let's just continue with this. I'm just gonna change this white to blue, And then of course I'm going to add some lighter blue in between. Okay, so I'm just gonna select a few more of these blue. Let's make this blue. And as you can see, there's a direct connection between this step-by-step columns and in between the top part. That's why, because we are using a preset right here. Later when we're gonna unlock these presets, of course we will lose this connection when we can change the balloons separately one by one. And as you can see, we already created this beautiful wall. So if you have any questions, please feel free to add or feel free to ask any questions, okay? So let's just go a little further. So what I want to do here is just go to standard and find some light blue here. So we have a nice little shade, and maybe the last two can go. Oh, let's just remain baby blue, because we're gonna add some white anyway. Okay, so let's just stick with that. So I'm going to change these, not white, but the standard light blue here. Go back this, not macaron, and then baby blue. Perfect. Okay, so let's just roll with this. Standard light blue. This is the first step. Later we're gonna unlock, of course, we're gonna unlock these presets, and we're going to create some basic element like snowflakes, or I'm going to add what I'm going to add, some custom made elements, of course, like a like snowflakes. I really want to add some snowflakes, some frame. We're gonna add some photo frame made from snowflakes. This is what I want to do. I'm just going to quickly change these to light blue, so we have 3 different shades of, oh, not yellow, but blue, light blue. Okay, zoom to fit. As you can see here, we have a nice little Christmas themed backdrop. This is what we're going to fill, okay? And you can actually save this if you want. So you have a nice little step-by-step instruction for your wall, okay? So let's just save this as export as a PNG. So right now we downloaded this, so you can send this to your employees that, okay, first, this is the first step. Let's just unlock the preset, okay? So right now we lost the connection between the step-by-step and the photo wall. So we can delete all these balloons from the bottom. We can even delete, you know, the back side of the balloon. And let's just resize the canvas, because I think it's just too big. Okay, let's find our wall. I just resized because the 200, no, it's 2000, it's too big, so let's just move it right here. So as you can see, we ended up with a beautiful wall, and of course we can group this. You can see at the left side of the screen we have just one group. Let's just call it the wall, okay? And right now we are here with the, you know, naming elements. So we can move this wall freely around what do we need? Of course, when you want to create this wall, you need frames. For example, let's just add like 3 IKEA lamp, one here, one at the left, and one in the middle. Why is it important? Because later when we're gonna, I'll just send it back. Because later when we gonna export these elements, it will be on the list. So we have this, okay? Let's just close the IKEA lamp. Let's just find a circle, okay? Or you can have heart, arch. You can have this if you want. We're gonna use this, okay? Of course we can use blue. That's looks great here. I'm just going to move the wall a little bit further from here. And I'm going to create at the left side of the screen a beautiful snowflakes. Okay, so let's just go to plain latex. We have never used before the GL13, so I'm going to use GL13. I'm going to use white, and when I use white, let's just switch the canvas, for example, to black, so you can see better what I'm going to create here, because it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Let's just multiply this 5 more times, so we're gonna end up with 6, because I want to create a 6 petal flower from this. Okay, just like a standard flower. So I need to rotate and drag and drop these balloons. So let's just rotate this just like this. So we're gonna have 1, 2. I'm not gonna rotate this, but flip vertically. 2, 3. Let's just add this here as well. Okay, we have this. I'm gonna rotate this as well. Just like this. As you can see, we started to look as an actual 6 petal flowers. Just need to rearrange them so the centers will meet. Of course, we're gonna add a few more balloons later. Just be patient. So we have this beautiful, let's call this, you know, snowflake flower, whatever, I don't know. Okay, let's go to I'm going to use G90 here. Okay, you can use 5-inch round. I'm going to use G90 standard. I'm going to use white. So here's one thing. You can have this like a circle. That's a front, not that is top view, not the side, but the top view. And you can see, you can switch to front and the top, front and the top. But you know, normally when you underinflate 9-inch round like G90, it's gonna be more rounded, although you see the front. So that's why I'm going to use the top, because I want to tie one of these balloons here at the very top of the G-links. So although we see it from the side, it's, let's just say it's underinflated. So we have this beautiful snowflakes here. So that's why we created these snowflakes. What else do we need? I think we need a 5-inch round white. Not 1, but actually 4, to create a 4 balloon cluster in between the link and the and the 9-inch round. Okay, what I'm going to do is just drag and drop these. So as you can see, we do have this, we started to create snowflakes. Why I insert these 4 times on each, because although we see just 2, of course we need 4 for each of these intersections to have this accurate number of balloons. Okay, we need a few more, and later we're gonna, you know, fill the center, of course, just with maybe I'm gonna use shiny. I'm going to use, of course, shiny blue at the center. Okay, let's just have one of these at the center. So we're gonna save this. Let's just go to shiny. I'm gonna use shiny blue here, and I need, of course, 6. So I'm gonna multiply by 5 because we already have 1. That's awesome. It's 1. And of course we need to create just the very first of this cluster, because later we can multiply this just as many times as we want. Okay, we have this. Let's just arrange them so it's gonna be like accurate. It's perfect. A little bit overinflate this 5-inch round to sit at the center. Pa-pa-da-dam. So what do you think? We created this beautiful snowflakes. So we have like everything we need, and of course we can select this and we can group it and move this in one piece. That's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna ungroup this right now because what I want to create, so we have everything here. You can even save this and send it to one of your employees that you have like a, you know, material list or something. So what I'm going to create, I'm just going to select 6 of these center pieces, like the 5-inch round and the center. I'm going to duplicate just this because we need just one of these, okay? Because we're gonna create the frame from this. I will show you immediately how it's done, because as you can see right now, 2 of the links perfectly fit on the circle, like 2 of the white links meet at the circle. So I'm going to start to insert these into our sculpture. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna rotate this just a little bit, just to meet the ends right there. Rotate until it meets, until the end meets. So I'm gonna play with the rotation tool, just like that. Perfect. So right now you can see what we are creating here. Maybe, what do you think? Maybe these are too big. So what can you do when these are too big? Okay, let's just delete a few of these, and I'm gonna show you what you can do if you know, like change your mind or something. That's still a valid thing to do. So as you can see, this is a group. So let's just double click one of these link, for example, link balloons, and as you can see at the right bottom of the screen, you have this inflation tool. So let's just under-inflate until like 29. Let's stick with 20 centimeters, okay? Until it's 20 centimeters. And we can, of course, do this with every balloons. And as you can see, we are under-inflating every balloon, so you can still play all of these grouped balloons like separately inside the individual group, and it still remains grouped. For example, it's still one group. Right now it's not properly right, but let's just double click on any of these elements of this group so you can replace or adjust the position inside the group, and it still remain one grouped element. So we have this, we just resized the group of this. I think it's amazing. So you can resize any of these. Let's just multiply this 5 more times. So we have 5 of these clusters. I'm going to meet the ends. So we're gonna have, okay, where is the last one? Oh, it's here. We can't see it because it's white. So it started to look really... Oh, we do have one more. So it's a surprise. So let's just rotate this until it looks cool. Awesome, really awesome. We need a few more, of course. We need a few more. So what I'm doing here is just rotating all these so it's the ends gonna meet. And of course you can still plan your whole decoration with this. Okay, maybe it does. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because that's why we are here. I'm just trying to do a little arrangement here. It's perfect. Rotate this, and of course after we finished we still need a whole lot of 5-inch rounds, you know, just to cover, you know, the tyings. Just to cover the tyings. Let's just rearrange these. We're gonna have space for the last one. Okay, it's a little bit tight fit, but it's gonna work. Okay, it's a bit tight. Let's just remove these just for a sec. Rearrange these so it's gonna fit perfectly into our sculpture. Take this a bit, so I'm playing just to meet the tip of the link balloons, so I have space to tie these together. Okay, I think it looks promising, right? It looks promising. What do we need? Of course, we can add, for example, we can add what we added here, these 5-inch rounds in between the clusters if you want, and of course we can still add these at the very top. It's not really necessary, it's totally up to you how you want, how detailed you want your work. So let's just finish this with a whole lot of 5-inch rounds. I'm gonna quickly duplicate these just to build this up. So I'm gonna put 1 5-inch round in between these tyings, so we won't see all the nasty tyings, because that's just how you normally do. Okay, one more, almost finished. Then we need beautiful background, of course. Beautiful background. And of course you can use this frame idea as spring, because these are basically flowers in my, that's just my opinion. So you can steal this idea to create some beautiful flowers if you want. Okay, what else do we need? Let's just have a few 5-inch rounds, a few more. Maybe we need just one more. That's perfect. So we covered everything, every little piece of this. Let's just move this away for a bit. Select these so we can move this really around. I'm gonna group this so we have a nice little snowflakes here. Let's just put this at the center so we have a frame. What if we duplicate this? I think we need a bigger wall. What you can do when you need a bigger wall, of course you can build it even bigger. So let's just move this a little bit away. Let's just work with this. I'm gonna ungroup this, select just a few rows from here, duplicate this, and as you can see we can just paste it at the bottom, so we have a bigger wall. Still group it, duplicate it right there, and we have a big giant wall here if you want. So let's just move this slightly off the screen so we can work with this. We need a little more width with the canvas. Okay, I see one problem, because we don't need this row. Let's just ungroup it. We don't need this. Yes, it looks just like this. So we can paste it here. I'm gonna group this so we can paste it here, just like next to the first one. And as you can see, we have this beautiful big giant wall here. So we can put this up. Let's just move it at the front so we can put this just right at the center. Just right at the center. Okay, let's just front. So we can duplicate this here, and maybe one here. Let's just rotate a little bit so it won't, it's gonna feel more random. Okay, so we are here. Zoom to fit. So what do you think about this? I know it's just a photo frame. Let's just put it right here. Maybe I'm gonna delete this and this because I want to create some organic styled shiny balloon right there, like a Christmas tree, of course. So let's just go to plain latex, close the standard, close the shiny. Maybe we can do like shiny blue. That's gonna be so cool. So let's just insert some shiny blue here, G120. We need G150 blue as well, you know, just to have like some big balloons in it, just like this. I'm gonna quickly create an organic styled cluster, but later when the Gemar Creator is finished, we're gonna have a cluster tool, so you can insert this right directly into, you don't need to create every time this little cluster, because we're gonna insert and include this into the Gemar Creator as a separate tool. Okay, so we have this little cluster. I'm gonna group it and duplicate this. Let's duplicate it and build a beautiful Christmas tree here, like an organic styled Christmas tree. So as an organic, I think we're gonna need some big ones. Like, let's play with the big ones. This G30 shiny, and so we need the blue, just, you know, have some like really big one here. Send it a little bit backwards so we can have some okay, that's cool. Right there. So we created a shiny blue Christmas tree. I think we need a top piece, so let's just close the latex. Let's go to foil balloons, stars, of course, and let's just put, I think I'm gonna go with the white star at the very top of the balloon, separated by some 5-inch rounds to keep it on the top. So as you can see, we have this beautiful, just rotate this a little bit so we can play with it, a photo frame, like some silver tamed balloons. Let's just go to plain latex balloons, go with G120 shiny. I'm gonna drop just not rotating but under inflating, just gonna drop a few of these silver just to have some white-ish range in this, duplicate it under inflate, so we have. And guys, if you have any questions, please feel free if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to ask any questions if it's needed. Okay, so let's say you created this with a lot of balloons, and your customers can't imagine how does any of this look like. So I think you need a beautiful background, for example. So let's just add an image. I downloaded some beautiful fancy background. I'm going to extend it at the back, and of course I'm going to, you know, resize it because it's obviously too big. Just resize it a little bit, put it right over our canvas. And what I'm going to create, so let's just see the format. So as you can see, the style, it's 700 times 400. So let's just yeah, it's almost fit the canvas. So I'm just going to resize the canvas until it's meet the picture. Okay, that's cool. So we have created this. Let's just go to layers, find the background, and use this little padlock. So right now it's locked, so we can't move it, but what we can move is the wall in anywhere in this area. Okay, with anywhere in this area. So the background right now is locked. Let's just the height is maybe too big. Yeah, something like this. So we have this, but what happens if your you know, customer can't really understand or imagine how big this thing is? We can even add a few of these hanging from the ceiling, for example. But not really necessary. Okay, I really want to add something more, just a little bit. Let's just put it right there. Just right there. That's perfect. Let's just add a I really want to add some Christmas details. So let's just go to plain latex. I'm going to create one more element, and maybe I'm going to use G120. Let's just go maybe with the macaron colors, okay? Because I want to stick with this bluish kind of thing. So with the, you know, the cold colors. So let's just go to standard. Maybe I'm going to use some not gray. Maybe let's use standard turquoise. Let's use the standard turquoise. Okay, it's gonna look so great. So I'm gonna insert 4 of these. So we have 4 balloon cluster from turquoise. I'm going to use G150, not shiny, but the standard. I'm going to use exactly the same balloon here. I'm just gonna rearrange this into a 4 balloon cluster format, like side view. You can fully inflate these. So it's gonna be like a box. Like a Christmas box. Perfect. So we have every balloons we need. What else do we need? Let's just add an image. And we do have a shiny gold modeling balloon round here. So I'm gonna add this here with a little bit of rotation. Slightly smaller. So these are just 260 gold balloons. Just zoom to fit in. And I'll quickly move this at the front so we won't see the back. So we have this, ladies and gents. Let's just group it so we have a nice little box here. Maybe these two are too much on the top of each other, so we can just double click and rearrange them like in any way we want, and we can duplicate it, rotate them, just like we want it. No, never mind, we don't need that. So what do you think about this? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Please feel free. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I think it's really good. I would happily pay for this. I was, you know, if I would my customers. Okay, so let's just go to accessory, not foil balloons. We need foil balloons. We need numbers. The big ones, not gold. But I'm going to go with silver to add 2, 0, 2, 3, because you know that's the end of the year. What do you think? Do we need to do like 2022 or 2023? What do you think? Which one do we choose? Which one do we need to choose? Let's go with the 2 because it's not New Year's Eve. We are still in the same year. So let's just stick with the same year, okay? (2022). Let's just close the foils and go to the latex, because this is still need a base, not the standard but the shiny ones. So we do have shiny. Rotate this by 90 degrees, so we have a nice little. No, we actually don't need this. I'm just gonna duplicate this and flip it vertically, so we have this. It's perfect. Duplicate this one more time and flip it to top view. Duplicate again, so we have this base for our, let's just group it, multiply by 3 times, so we have every base we need for these numbers, so we can just paste and put it under the numbers, just like that. Bam. So what do you think? I think it's looks really cool, playful, elegant at the same time. We have only one thing left to do, not frames, but let's go to the extras. Let's add the person 1 and 2. So if your customer can't really understand the size, the dimension of your thing, just add this at the front. So all these persons right now behind the frame holding hands. So right now your customers can really understand the size and the dimension of your balloons. And of course, you can still add like labels, photo wall for sort of corporate events. Oops. So it's a photo wall for corporate events. And you can label your work right there. You can even, what I really like to do is say that it's 6.5 meter times 2.5 meter, which is the width and the height of our balloon. So your customer can understand every aspect of this. I think it's really cool, and to send it a little bit beautiful. There's only one thing left to do. Let's just go to the project, export it as a PNG so you can send this to your customer, or export the element list. Of course, we're gonna leave the 10% safety margin. Export the element list. Project, export element list. And of course, if you go back to the front screen, you can still find, and let's just rename it, Christmas photo frame. Name it. As you can see right now, we do have a name for our project, so it's not just something like unnamed project. let's just download the element list. I'm gonna open it so you can see what we used here. I'm gonna quickly show this to you. Here the element list, as you can see. Let's go to the top. It's set the Christmas photo frame element list, so it's not just an unnamed. At the very first row you see we used arch, like just one, and here's everything like star, foil balloons. We used 3 silver foil balloons. Of course we use a standing man and standing woman. That's not not what I wanted to show you. The background is the photos what I inserted, but as you can see here at the very bottom of the screen, we used 1200 and almost 20 balloons, which is a lot. And of course with the safety margin, it's totally like almost 1000 and almost 400 balloons, which is kind of a lot. But I think it really worth the effort, because at the very end you're gonna have, I really want to show you the very what we created here. So at the very end we can have this beautiful designed 2020 photo frame. So you can send this to your customer, and as I design it, you can understand every small aspect of this. So anyway guys, if you have any questions, let's just go back to Gemar Creator. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to join Gemar Creator. At the end of the year, it's still free. So you can join the waitlist, you can join the Gemar Creator and play with it, get to know with it, and have fun with it. If you have any questions, please feel free to find me. I'm Gergo from Hungary, a Gemar ambassador, or just give us a comment, Instagram message. We are happily will answer all your questions. So anyway guys, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna see you on next Monday to create some more design. Maybe not complicated just like this. I just wanted to show you how you can create in like just a few minutes. Believe me, if you need to do this, it's just a few minutes to create this, and once you have created this, you have it. You don't need to recreate every time. You can have this star or download it, just this star as a PNG, for example. You can insert it into any of your designs. So it's really worth the time you invest into this application. It's gonna save you a lot of time, a lot of effort. Okay, so anyway guys, thank you for being here. I was Gergo from Hungary. I really hoped you loved this evening. See you on next Monday, and as always, please subscribe to us, please talk with us, because we are happy to hear from you, from your experience from Gemar Creator. See you next time.